Hey, what's going on? It is April Fools, where they say we are, where the apps actually came to be real life kids. Girls, boys, others, know your own gender, please. We're going to do a fun reading here. I am at the Pirate Kanta house with my little girl that's saying, hello, we're going to answer questions today about those relationships that needed a view from the Delphi. And you see, we've got a little bit of a Stonehenge thing going on here at the backyard of A to Z, where the whiz kids said, Oz, our way. Dessert us, please. We love dessert. So I'm going to be doing a reading, and I'm just, bless you, baby, going to say her and him. But you know your own gender and your own spin. We all have masculine and feminine energy, and you're going to know whether or not your characters match in these narratives. They might not. I could be reading for a lot of people. It might not be you. In fact, if it is, most likely you'll find it in your moon or rising sign, because I'm a moon guy. So dead guy came back to life calling Apocalypso, and usually it's the moon reading or the rising sign that shows up for a lot of people. So you might want to have a look-see at those. We're going to pull 7 cards with sneaky little Rider-Waite-Smiths that are already showing us, hey, there's the theme for the reading today. What is this sneaky shit all about? I'm going to pull this card out of the deck. We're just going to see, what is it that was so elusive in these relationships with maybe one that got away or tried to get away with something like the Bitcoin lies of Inception that I'm calling all about. We're nuts for crackers over here, because it's time to know about the 2 silver that were left and the 7 that never got traded for the magical dress. And 7 cards for that. What's on their mind? What's on your mind? What are they feeling? What are you feeling? What are they doing? What are you doing? And what's the common thing in the middle? And then we might pull a little more insight from some romance angels that tried to find their virtue in a box of cards with a Y that never ends for friends. And we might take a look with another lens, because I've got the chatty sibillas that give us an insight about what the advice might be on the common factors. More to come inside your reading, friends. You're beautiful, and here's where it all ends, with hopefully a new lens. Catch you on the inside. Yo, what's going on, Aquarius? How you doing? We're back to discuss this sneaky little character. Oh my goodness, what is this? 7 of Swords, and why did the guides show that one up to me for all the tribes? Ugh, that was just looking up at me with somebody's upside down sun. I'm seeing a cut a B situation. There's the upside down Queen of Swords, but first it was the 3 of Swords, the baby upside down with the sun, and this like queen saying no. And I'm hearing about the cut and run and who left 2 behind. And wow, there's a lot of messages coming up for this, but this is our like neo-cheater guy right here. The one that will go after you in broad daylight and not even care who sees it, just like that with their hand. This might be the culprit for why people's relationships have been stagnant or compromised. Whether or not this was one or both of you acting this way, sometimes this is an interloper or a third party. And so we're going to take a look here today on both sides. I'm going to use my feminine energy on this side, my masculine energy on that side for he, she, know your they, and other. Please know your own gender. Whether or not these are your narratives, this is going to be like a lottery. A lot of messages could come up, and some of them might not be yours. In fact, you might have better luck looking for something that is in your moon sign or your rising sign with me. So check the other readings, because I'm a moon guy. So let's see what we got here. Her mind, his mind, what she's feeling, what he's feeling, what she's doing, what he's doing, what you got in common, and well, I'm just going to go ahead and point this down, and I'll tell you what I said. Are you dealing with a Libra? Somebody that's got some Libra in their chart? Libra was just dealing with a sitch with this. Just like this. This was their center position here for whatever their relationship situation is, I'm hearing you might actually have the same person in common. This little sneaky tippy toes person here. I'm hearing it might be the same person. You might also have Libra somewhere in your natal constitution. You might want to check that. But anyway, that came up for some people. And I'm hearing that's probably what's had you staying up at night, feeling like restless. And I'm hearing bad communication skills. Somebody that sent bad messages about a kid. There were a lot of things coming up about people's relationships, paternity, and other things. So if you're not expecting children or you don't have them, those might not be for you again. But keep in mind, a lot of people could potentially have access to a reading like this. So different things could come up. All right. Let's start with what's on her mind. Because I'm hearing there might have been some sleepless nights, and there's some things that it's like cat caught your tongue already, not wanting to look at the truth. But then it's like, all right, fine. I'm ready for this. Just, I'm tired of feeling like that. I need to know. So if you need to know, we're kind of catching a countdown here. We went 9, 8, 7. So what's on her mind? Oof, new beginning. A seed of a new beginning. And in some cases, here's where it actually came from. I'm hearing this as somebody handing over, like, this is your physical material proof that you needed to know. I'm hearing about a physical witness for something that I'm hearing it wouldn't be considered a crime at all, because it's like it was done in purity. But this is also an extension of like a token, some form that in some cases is going to take on a material element because it is Pentacles suit. This is on somebody's mind here. But I'm hearing it's like thinking about that relationship. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, I was with you 7 years is what I'm hearing. 7 years. And what about that? I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, this is like, I'm hearing her say, this is me getting out of the trap. I'm not going for 8 with you. 8 is enough. Let's see what's on his mind. And can you see these well enough? Yeah. Got this bendy tripod thing. All right, here we go. His mind. Whoa! Bam. Whatever it is she has to say might blow somebody's mind. Or I'm hearing this is about, if this isn't about her sharing something or them sharing something together that's highly charged new start, that could be something to deal with passionate energies and beginnings. It could also be talking about the disgrace here, because I'm hearing for somebody very clearly, this is not a good situation. This is like what they were waiting for and presenting on this side here is love and purity in this offer. And here on this side, it's like 7 years. How could you? And like, you blew my world up in my foundation, and way to crown yourself. This is a very Scorpio energy too. This one here on this side. I'm hearing this person might have some Sagittarius stuff to look into as well. There's talking to me about somebody that might have some Sagittarius. Saying it's the fire in their chart, and I'm just hearing it's like, terribly abrasive, and something about 17, because 16, 17. Wow, I'm hearing about something that was like nearly statutory rape. Oof. And where that came from. Okay, so yeah, that's really going to shake somebody up. That's a major arcana. This is something that has so much severity that it's literally, I can't downplay what this could be for some people. I've seen this card be anything from like a big O in its context, which could be a very big deal, to somebody's full process Kundalini awakening, which is like a cosmic deal, to literally somebody having like their house flooded or like roof damages and like plumbing issues and like catastrophe, like different things. These are 2 people that literally got blown out of their home there. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's literally like who was coming knocking for money, and what somebody else might have been willing to put them through. And truth having to come out about that. Okay, let's see what her emotions are saying here. Ugh. Well, I like this card better upside down. I will say that, because this is some playful stuff that is sometimes like just BS. 5 of Wands energy can be fun. These are young people jousting. I'll just say guys lightly, but you know, they're peacocking with each other, and this is playa energy for me a lot of times. And when I see it this way too, it's like it can be really petty, because sometimes this is like people just trying to one up on each other, like, oh, I'm better and look what my car can do, and oh, my dad's gonna beat your dad up, or you know, my biceps are bigger and whatever. But this is sometimes just like petty. It's like, here's a cheap shot that I'll take, or you know, I've seen this sometimes be like the play card, like somebody like that's just like multiple dating, multiple avenues. And when it's this way, it's kind of like, it's just sex, you know, and I see people just being like, yeah, whatever. And I'm hearing that for somebody, that might be how they're feeling about what the situation was and what they discovered. And I'm hearing for one person, this person might be the one that had the discovery about what this person was doing. It just depends on who you are and what your characters are. But anyway, let's see what's on his side here. Judgment. Well, that's an angel in the sky blowing a trumpet very loudly. There's people coming up from the dead. There's a big cross there. I'm hearing this is something about like a medical exploration. And there was some stuff coming up about legal paternity somewhere else. And I'm hearing about somebody just finding out, like something that's going to blow their mind about what somebody was willing to do. Could be good. In some cases, you know, it's like, you know, these are the things that I was willing to do for myself and protection, you know, maybe when I had none. In other cases, it's like literally just witnessing some petty ass stuff. Like here on this side, this is a lot of information that would have gone to somebody's head to like blow them up like this. And so I'm hearing, especially if somebody was just like doing things for money, I'm like seeing somebody who had like a commoditized relationship. They're like, it was just sex, you know. I was like, whatever. But I'm hearing that it was like enough to blow this person's mind and have them, it's like a come to Jesus, if you can say that, or whatever, you know, come to whoever you come to. But this is judgment. This is people literally like coming back from the dead. As somebody who literally came back from the dead, I had a medical thing happen too. You know, when things come out about that, it's like, it's a big deal for people, you know, when they find out what part they played in your life or what part you've played in another person's life. And I'm hearing in some cases, it's like, look what they would do to try to screw your world up, and just seeing like, wow, these are two major, like I said, this is the stuff that changes your whole entire life, your whole entire foundation. And here, there's like people that are either jumping out of a hole or falling in. So it's like, who are you praying to? I don't know, but some of these people went down for whatever they were trying to take a shot for, and it looks like it might have been money. Okay, what else is going on, Aquarius? Whew. Her actions. 3 of Cups upside down. I'm hearing alcohol. I'm hearing third-party situation. I'm hearing friendly messages that never got sent. And just like, you're saying it's kind of like bitchy tactics when people are just like, nah, it's just like, whatever, you know, you're a dime a dozen. There's a lot of other people around. I'm hearing about somebody that's going to find out that they were like 1 of 3 to 8. For somebody that was taking it real frivolously. Or maybe 8 and 3 have another significance for you. It could have something to do with different things. Maybe 8-3 is somebody's birthday. Maybe it's year of birth. Maybe it's how somebody tried to get 5 on your moon. Meaning your emotions, Sometimes people just do things to put their hot hand on your emotions, knowing that you're somebody with good judgment, or that they can blow like a rocket because maybe you're susceptible, or somebody's susceptible here. It's amazing what people will do for money when they're motivated for low things. And the thing is, this is like low-level coin. So I'm hearing in like this situation here, if that's the case, it's like somebody being like, wow, you would do that for money. It's like, And they're just seeing what somebody was doing to put their hand on it. It was like they worked it out in their mind. Well, this isn't theft, and I'll just come back to these later when I feel like it. And I'm hearing it's like the same 5 and like what they were willing to do. And this person's like, I'll just go blow my horn this way. And that didn't happen. I'm also hearing, if this is a situation, I haven't pulled what he's doing yet. I'm getting a lot of messages. I can take these in so many different orders. We could do one card and probably read everybody too in slow order. But what I'm hearing is for somebody else too, that it's like, there have been some people dealing with a third party in some cases where this third party, like if this is a third party that's influencing this relationship that isn't this person being this way or this person being this way, which is great because I don't like this energy very much. It's like sneaky and underhanded. It's like, well, you don't know what I'm doing behind your back and you don't need to. But somebody catches you anyway because it was right here in the front in the light of day. But what I'm hearing is if this is a third party, this might have to do with bad communication that you all had in common due to whatever this situation was. It could be a lot of different things. But in some cases, it's communication. Somebody was directly leaving certain things behind and certain traces just to get away with whatever they wanted to take. In other cases, it's just something they did to both of you. Like maybe directly in another way. But I'm hearing a lot of it has to do with mental, and I'll just say fuckery. There's the word, mental fuckery. Sometimes people will do that stuff and put another person through it because it doesn't mean much to them is what it looks like. It looks like it doesn't mean much to this person, perhaps. And here it was somebody's whole world. And it's like, you know what? It was casual. You're a friend, whatever. Okay. Well. But if that's not the case, and this is about a bad third-party influence that was kind of having somebody else thinking the wrong thing about what was going on here with these people. Like, have you ever asked for advice and gotten really bad advice about what to do, and somebody just kind of sets you up? And you can take your own responsibility for what you say and do, but it's almost like somebody would tip the scale a little bit and just kind of, they could push you that much and make you jump by sneaking and behind you and then being like, boo, after they set you up right there, because now that's funny, but, it's your fault for letting them put you there, right? So people get away with stuff like that, but not here. So what I'm hearing is that if you had a person like that in your life, third party, nasty little interloper, sneaky little go away, there might be a reason why this person has a new beginning on the mind and why they might have had this energy here. I'm hearing for some of them, it's like emotionally being afraid of a new start with somebody that they might have perceived to have a lot of attention on them. I'm hearing for this person specifically that had a bad third-party influencer in common, that this person has wanted to extend, and that it's been like they might not have, only because they've got this little sneaky tippy toes trying to angle for whatever it is that they want here while they're like coming with the hand. And they might have had this person over here thinking that it was not a match. I'm hearing that they told this person that wants the start, no, that person's bad. They've got all this attention on them. They've got all these like chicks or guys or whatever they're into on them. And it's third-party situation and, false friends and, just leaving them hanging. And I'm hearing that in some cases that what this is figuring out who that duplicitous little person gets to never be in your life now, and how much it would blow somebody's mind to get that message. Because we've got this, like, the Tower. I've seen this be awesome before, too. I've had this be a rock my world foundationally with something good before. Selectively. You've got to know where these show up. You don't always want this thing showing up. Not a lot of people know how to handle their kundalini like that. But, you know, you'll lose your lunch. This guy could be barfing. He's like, through his trumpet. You know, it's like indigestion and reflux depending on what's going on here. But I'm hearing for somebody, this is like stalled communication because of whatever that is. All right, anyway, let's see what he's got going on here. What has he been doing? Wow. Well, 5 of Cups, upright. That's a sad looking individual. I'm hearing this is somebody that was literally wrapped up in the dark, dealing with emotional stuff. This is what they have literally been dealing with because of whatever the situation is. And I'm hearing that it's like, this is how you treated me. These 3 cups that whoever, I'll just say she, kicked over, just casually. This is what he's been focused on. While these 2 have been behind his back. And I'm hearing in some cases, it's like there is a message that wanted to come through, but some party has been in there in between trying to sneak things. And just seeing, hey, this person didn't see that they have this behind their back, and let's see what we can get away with. I don't like that. But I'm hearing whatever it is that comes out, if this person was feeling like they got cheated some way, if you got cheated, because you might have gotten cheated bad here too. It looks really bad. Like somebody might have really hurt you and done it on purpose and just literally come like, here, let me knock all your cups over and make it so that you're only going to focus on these 3, even though there were 5 there, and you're not going to know these 2 were here because we're just stealing from you and taking from your ability to see yourself clearly, because this is an attack on somebody's ego and their solar plexus. I'm hearing that if that's the case, this person, whatever information's coming out, whatever comes out is going to be very good for you. It's going to be emotionally restoring because you're going to see how much energy you have here and what you've collected and what you've invested and that you actually have 2 good cups here. And I'm hearing something new that had nothing to do with that other crap, where you're going to see how petty this other person was and just be like, wow, what a petty, fill in your descriptor. So let's see what the common energy was here between Wheel of Fortune reversed. Did it feel like you had everything? I'm hearing it was like too much distance and somebody took a cheap shot. And I'm hearing for somebody else, it's like they didn't like what you were doing. You were the center of something and they were just being petty. And you had a lot of people watching. There's a lot of people onlooking here. So we've got these beings in the clouds. And I'm hearing you were being plagiarized in some cases too. And I'm working on some cases to deal with these types of energies right now. And I will just tell you if you're, wow. These look similar to some of the stuff that I've been researching for a very large criminal case. And I will just say, whatever it is, this stuff is coming out. It's like there were some fabrications, and I can just speak to this also having, you know, very strong Aquarius in my chart. I know about this card. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. This is also about truth coming out about things that you don't have to be pinned to. For some people, this is about bullshit being called out, where it's like, here's the truth coming out from somebody here. Here's something blowing somebody else's mind. You might be sharing in this truth together, but I'm hearing about the ways that you don't get treated like somebody's dart machine, where they can just throw darts at you because they might understand you, like your horoscope, for instance. Or like personal details about you, where now you're up for grabs and they can just harpoon you. Because that's what this can mean too, is an end to what doesn't get to happen. And maybe it felt like that was looming. And this is where truth and discernment come into play. All right, let's get a little bit more information. Let's take some romance angels and grab one for her and one for him. Them, other, and see what comes through. Yeah, I don't even want to repeat that one. There are some messages coming up right now that I don't want to say that they're inappropriate because, you know, everybody has their narratives, but there are some things that I actually refuse to even speak up. And there's something just more for privacy. But I was hearing about somebody's illicit job and the protection of a child. And I will say that if there are messages that you need to come through for you that are very private in nature, that you don't want up on YouTube like this, I would be happy to take a look at that. I actually do have a special kind of math that I've learned as somebody who came back from the dead that helps me make sure people aren't being put up for prize stabs. Or we can actually take more of a forensic look at who the people are present everywhere and see what their archetypes are and exactly what they're doing. But if you want something like that, that's private. Hit me up at book.artoflove.me. Some of those things don't make it here into these readings, okay? All right, here's what's showing up for her. Engagement. Well, somebody was waiting for the ring. Maybe they've been waiting to make the call. Maybe they had bad advice, and maybe they're hearing from somebody that they might blow somebody's mind by letting them know that these two cups really are worth looking at, and that they don't have to be in that state of paralysis emotionally, considering how somebody maybe trivialized their last relationship by what they introduced into it. I'm hearing that somebody, I heard surprise engagement, or it's, you know, if it isn't surprise engagement, it's like, surprise, you're the love of my life, I want you. And it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I'm hearing it's really, I mean, it's like, if you're looking for ascension partners too, there's somebody's ascension column. I'm hearing that whatever was going on here literally blew her kundalini, and it's a long distance thing. She had a kundalini awakening, and I'm hearing he might have known it too. And this is about her communicating with him very clearly about what has been going on in their 5D halo space. Some of you are working on a very high level of communication as soul. Hallelujah. Let's see what's going on with him. Let go of control issues. So, all right, that's speaking very, very clearly to me. I flipped this one over here. Healing family issues. I'm hearing he was going through a crisis. This says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And I'm hearing there could be something going on with this that you're both going through, actually. Healing family issues and similar things you both do or express from very different backgrounds. But on his side, let go of control issues. They said, you know, it's like whatever is going here had somebody spooked out. This one says, allow the situation to unfold naturally. And I'm hearing for somebody, they might just have to, because it's like they're too focused on what they're doing and making peace with what needed to be released to do anything else. And that, you know, what they don't want to do when they're going through all of this is be too tempted to get very controlling, because something might have just blown their world up. And they might be using a great level of discretion, or being challenged to use a great level of discretion to avert more catastrophe, especially if they're feeling like this already, you see? So letting go of control issues, big deal. And I'm hearing too, in some cases, this let go of control issues is actually a call to cut off controlling people. That the control issues might not even be this person. I'm hearing it's like who they had to cut off when they found out who was kicking their cups over. You know, if you find out somebody just like really doesn't care, or maybe you found out that somebody you were interested in is getting engaged, there could be different things going on, just needing to let go of whatever it is that's controlling you. So there's a lot going on here, Aquarius. This could be so many different people. I could read this many different ways. So hopefully this is helpful. I'm going to get 3 sibillas out for you to talk about this Wheel of Fortune energy in reverse. And let's see what they say here. Wow. Okay, so something wanted to fly out. La donna di servizio showed up. I'm gonna say somebody wants to do something. This here, la donna di servizio, this is a friend or a friendly person, not necessarily a friend. This isn't the friend. This is somebody that could turn into the friend later. This is somebody that sometimes is doing service work. I heard surrogate. This person here keeps it tidy, and that flew out. Just going to put it here because we'll say that's the antidote to whatever this third-party interloper doesn't get to be. And don't necessarily think that that is one of the three we're going to use there, but I think that this is probably going to give us advice about how to perceive what's next with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to go with La Donna di Servizio on the third party. Okay. Right. Well, L'amante. This is somebody that is in love. This is one of the lovers in the deck. She's fixated on whatever she's looking at. I'm hearing she just looks at his picture. It's like, I heard I GIFified you. Somebody made a GIF, like a, little animated image of somebody, and I'm hearing that's what she might be looking at here. Ah, literato. This is somebody that's been really busy working, writing a book, maybe closing a book. But I'm hearing that's what you look like when you work. And I diliranti, yeah. Closed case on a third party. I'm hearing they're just a mess, is what I heard. I diliranti. This card here is the lunatics, is actually what that means if you translate it from Italian. And it's talking about, in some cases they're drunk. These are the guys that went to the vino and they're having a good time, but they're like propping each other up, and I'm hearing they just horse around a lot. And I'm hearing for somebody here that it's like the one that actually wants to come and tell this one, hey, that person that treated you real crappy, that was just like whatever with everybody else. I had some fools like that around me too, and boo. I don't pay them any attention. While you're working, look what I do. And they're having a conversation where they look like their backs are to each other, the way I'm seeing it here. But it's like the bubble of communication over their head, and I'm hearing about the helpful person in between. And that could be me. This could be me doing a reading here saying, hey, there's a white flag here. Consider the silver potential lining here, whatever in these emotional cups that are up in this possible offer that might be coming from a different person. And communication that might be less than lunatic. Because I'm hearing for these, whoever these characters are, I'm hearing like if this was the loose scatters that somebody else was putting their time and attention to, just know it's like a broken tripod is what I heard. And on this other side here, I'm hearing they're literally on the other side of the wall. It's like there's a wall there that they couldn't get over if they wanted to. And that's where the tree is and all the growth. And I'm hearing that's where I am. See, that's where the tree is. And you don't see me, but I know you're in the house, and this is how we work. And that is just, the nonsense. And so I'm hearing for somebody, this might be what needs to go in the communication, and this could actually turn that wheel into something more fortunate. And I'm hearing for somebody, it literally might blow their mind about what somebody else presents to them, and literally just having taken the time to put it together with their own hands. So, all right, that's what I got for you all. Hopefully that made sense. Take care. And like I said, check your moon and your rising if that wasn't this. And I'll be back again for another one soon. Bye, Aquarius.
Promise that you'll catch me.
What do you need to know right now? Have you ever tried talking to an intuitive or a psychic to ask these questions? Were you left hanging, or how did it go for you? There might be a reason why some of your questions were not answered, and I have a special secret to share with you. It's something that your astrologers probably can't even talk to you about because they simply do not know. So who am I? Well, my name is Jacob, and I'm a guy that actually came back from the dead. I was resuscitated. I had a medical miracle after malpractice, and I learned some things when I crossed over the nano bridge about the 0 point frequency and the stargate that nobody's talking to you about. The cosmic vortex that mathematically can prove who you are down to numbers and digits and letters, just like cryptocurrency, IP addresses, and the SIM card in your phone, and can explain the simulation that you might have jumped into in your body. If your astrologer's not talking to you about it that way, they probably just can't. The good news is you don't have to be caught on a treadmill, because what I've learned is a specific way to calculate where you are in the fractal of the cosmos. What it allows us to do is literally see who different people are in your path. And it's literally like playing chess. We can figure out who plays what archetype here, there, and remove anything that is clouding your view of what is here in your life, and hopefully empowering you to make better decisions. So if you're tired of feeling like you only ever get this much information and it only gets you that much braver until you hit a wall again, this is why. So what I'd like to do today is invite you to click on that link that says, yes, I want to know. It's going to take you to a page where you can fill out some details so I know how to talk to you. And go ahead and submit that. You will have joined artoflove.me. I would love to be in touch with you. Looking forward to it. Take care. We'll catch you again soon.